Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So in this video, we will take a look at, well, a couple of different things really. I don't have a specific topic that I want to talk about in this video, but I want to show you guys what happened in the equities, on the S&P mainly. I'll use this chart as an example, and you guys will see what you can learn from this, but it's very, very important for you guys, I think. So just before that we get into it, as always guys, please leave a like under the video. I would really appreciate it, and you can also subscribe to the channel if it's not already done. So let's talk about equity. So as you guys can see, the last couple of days on the market have been pretty volatile. So last week, at the end of the week, we had a 6% down day, and then at the beginning of this week, as you guys can see, the market did come back up. So initially at the very beginning of the week, we went down here, but as you guys can see, since this little down push here, we went right back up, and the market right now, well, is still pushing up very strongly, as you guys can see. So a very volatile time on the market, and I want to share with you guys what you can actually learn from this. And that video is kind of a follow-up video of one of the previous video that I've done on the channel, where I showed you guys this chart and what I was waiting for to see which direction we would go, and you guys will see that, well, it did play out pretty nicely. So first of all, right, why is this going up right now super aggressive like that? Well, yesterday we had a Fed announcement where they basically decided that they would start to buy corporate bonds, and well, that is seen as a positive action from the Fed, so to support the economy and things like that. So of course, well, that made the market go up because it kind of reassured people that the economy, yes, it's doing great, amazing, right, everything is good, wow, let's go, right? That's kind of the feeling right now on the market. Now, why did we see a push up? Well, just right now, well, we just had the retail sell number. I will put the little screenshot on the chart, but as you guys can see, the numbers were a lot better than what people had thought they would be. So we were expecting a rise in retail sales, which is perfectly normal because the economy started to reopen, and that is the figure of May, so that makes sense. But this number is much bigger than what people thought, and there we go, we saw a pretty nice breakout on the equities. And as you guys can see, well, they are back very high actually to where they were only a couple of days ago. And so what I want to share with you guys in this video is kind of the best strategy that you can apply to trade these markets, and one thing that you need to be extremely careful about. I'll keep this video short, but I'm telling you, it can really save you a lot of losing trades, all right? So let me kind of just walk you guys through, my mind, and then I'll show you guys on the chart what it really means. So if you guys saw one of my last videos, just like I said, I was showing you guys this trend line right here and the break of the trend line. Now, first of all, did I sell the break of the line? No, I did not. And that is really important for you guys to understand. I don't trade lines, all right? I don't trade something that I put on the chart. I trade price action. These lines are only there to help me see what is actually going on in the structure. But you want to know why we don't sell the lines? Well, I'll show you guys why we don't sell the lines. If you sell the breakout of the line here, what happens? You take a loss. If you sell this breakout here, what happens? You take a loss. If you sell this breakout here, what happens? You take a loss. If you sell this breakout here, what happens? You take a loss, right? So do you just sell the line? No, you don't. You need to wait for something else, and that is the point of this video. You always need to wait for your entries to be met, and what I mean by that is the price action to confirm what we are seeing on the market. So yes, we did get a break of the line, but as you guys can see, that is definitely not enough. What we needed to see was a pullback, which would have been able to hold, and then a continuation to the downside. Look at this one here, right? What do we have? We have an impulse down. After that, we broke the line. So that's not where you sell, right? You don't sell the break of a line. You wait for a correction, which we got here. And when we got this correction, then the sell becomes valid, right? So here we got a break of the line. Did we get a correction? No. So we don't sell, right? And the reason why I'm making this video, guys, is because it's so crazy. Like this weekend, after this, 6% red day, I was on YouTube. I was just, watching a couple of videos, and then in my recommended video, I saw so many different videos of retail traders, explaining why this would be the crash, right? Why this was over, right? Why we would go total to the downside. And of course that was possible, right? I even said that in my own video. Of course that was a possibility. But did we have the confirmation? No, we don't, right? And this comes back to one of the main topic I always try to explain you guys in my videos. You need to distance yourself as best as you can from the average retail traders. So when I saw all these videos of retail traders explaining why this was over, why this would crash, and why, this would be an amazing short, in my mind, I was like, it might not be a very good trade, right? If a lot of retail traders think that this is a good trade, it might not really be. And there you go, right? That is why we wait for extra confirmation more than what the average trader will look, right? So if you look at how the average trader is taking their trades, what are they doing? They will buy at a support, or they will sell at a resistance, or they will sell the break of a line, right? Or all of these fancy things. But what I do is wait for extra confirmation, just like I showed you guys, with a correction that gives me a higher probability for the trade to continue in my direction. And that's very important because, right, if we understand the thought process here, you look at what the average retail trader is doing, which is, well, losing money. And then you need to kind of do something different, right? You need to do the opposite, because if you just follow what most people are doing, you will of course lose money. And here we have the perfect example. That is like, this here is exactly what I've been explaining you guys in my last videos. I've made a couple of videos recently, about this kind of idea of looking at retail traders and doing the opposite. That is exactly what I mean, right? So we don't trade lines, we don't trade rectangles, we don't trade animals on the charts, right? It's you need something more tangible than this, right? You need something more strong than this. So that is a great example, right? To not buy into the easy way out, right? So you place a line, it breaks, you sell, and you hope for the best, right? That's way too simplified. It's not how it works. The game is a lot more complex than this. So you need to understand the dynamics of the market, what makes it move. And right now, what makes the market move is basically fundamentals and also emotions. It's very psychology, like it's the mindset of traders that are making these markets move right now. It's like there's a lot of euphoria, there's a lot of fear, a lot of greed when we see these kind of moves. So you need to really understand this and remain calm in those situations, because if you panic, if you think that this is the greatest sell ever, well, you might decide to put on a trade that is even larger than what it should be, right? So if you think that this is the greatest trade ever and the greatest opportunity ever, well, who knows, right? You might just decide to go a little higher with your risk and you will just take a bigger loss at the end of the day, right? So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share in this video. I know it was kind of all over the place, but that was just to do a follow-up with my last videos and show you guys the importance of having a structured plan that is different from the average retail trader, and not just take the trades that seem super easy and super appealing, because most of the time these trades will not work. If you see something on the charts that is super simple, that is super clear, well, you need to understand that all the other retail traders are also seeing the same thing as you. So do you really think that it's a great trade? Well, probably not, right? So the trades that might be a little harder to look at, a little more, complex, we could say, these type of trades usually end up working better because not a lot of retail traders are actually looking at these trades. So once again, you look at what retail traders are doing, you try to do the opposite of that, right? And that is the only way to get good results. So I hope I made it clear. And the purpose of this video is not to act as if I was a genius or a guru. That's really not it, but I just wanted to do a follow-up with you guys on my last video to show you a real example of what I was actually explaining. And so here we have something that perfectly illustrates this idea, okay? So always waiting for a confirmation of what you think might happen. If you get a confirmation, then that's great, you can take the trade, right? But just taking a trade because of something that you put on the chart, because you think that the chart is going to do something, it's not really a good thought process in my opinion, because you are kind of trying to impose your view on the market, whereas the goal of a trader is simply to wait for the situation to shape up, and then when you get the confirmation, you take the trade. So that's a completely different approach than, once again, what most traders are doing, and I believe that this is pretty much the only way to really become profitable and get something good out of trading. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I made it clear as well. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section below, and I will answer all the comments just like always. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So on that, take care, trade with care, manage money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.